Finally, I'm back. Finally, I am here recording a new video after like half a year of not posting anything. I miss you so much, guys. I hope you still watch me. I recorded this video yesterday on my new web camera, but for some reason the audio sucks and the quality sucks, but I don't know why. Maybe some settings are not working properly and it was just blurred a little bit, so I decided to record this new video on my iPhone. I read a book, Algorithmic Love, How Tinder Dictates Who We Sleep With by French journalist Judith Duportet, and I've got something to say about this book. I read it months ago and I wrote a small essay about this. I didn't learn it by heart, so I'm gonna read it out loud. I don't have time to learn my speech, my text. I just want to make videos, and probably one day it's gonna be in a format of a podcast. I recorded some podcasts already back in September 2023, and only now I'm getting ready to upload it because I was in some destructive relationship for last 4 months, and now I'm getting better after 1.5 months of no contact and with this person. I don't want to have anything with him, and I've been through some difficult times, but here I am. I'm recording a video for you. It means that I'm slowly coming back, and I'm feeling so much better. I have this energy, I have this motivation, and let's just stop talking about this and move on to a video. Don't forget to put a big thumb up for this video. Follow this channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to turn on this bling ding 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 bell, yeah. Oh guys, and sorry, I forgot to tell you that I'm having some A-liners now, and I was saving money for this for such a long time, and finally I have my A-liners on, so I probably will be speaking a little bit funny. So Tinder fools us, or so claims the author of the sensational investigation, Algorithmic Love, How Tinder Dictates Who We Sleep With, by French journalist Judith Duportet. One day, while surfing the app in search of love of her life, the young woman pondered why the program was showing her these particular guys. She delved deeper, conducted dozens of interviews with sociologists, programmers, and mathematicians from around the world, and arrived at disheartening conclusions. It is entirely possible that your Tinder match was chosen not by you, but by a specially trained neural network that carefully studied your profile and digital footprint on the internet. I remember I created Tinder account back in 2021 when I separated from my ex-husband. I knew what this app was for and wasn't initially ready for any closeness with anyone. My makeup artist suggested that I download Tinder to distract myself and just go on dates to get some attention from guys and not feel so devastated after the breakup. In Belarus, I deleted Tinder about a month after returning there, back in 2021. At that time, I had only met a guy from Belgium, but I wasn't ready for a relationship, so we parted our ways. Afterwards, I deleted Tinder due to a lack of options. I remember how my friends and I would simply swipe through Tinder because there were hardly any choices at all. I vividly recall our discussions. Either we have too many uninteresting men, or what's the problem? Out of 100 people, you'd be lucky to like 2 or 3. Let me tell you some takeaways from the book. But before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please write in the comments if you think the same what I'm gonna tell you now. Number 1, everyone has social rating. It's around 800 pages long, and that's not an exaggeration. A journalist managed to get her personal data from a multi-million-dollar corporation. It turned out that only Judith's Tinder profile took up more than 800 pages. 2 volumes of War and Peace, and inside her entire virtual life at her fingertips. Who she liked, who she ignored, where she vacationed, and where she bought a hair tie. All the data that the program can find on the internet, on Facebook, Amazon, in stores, it carefully stores on the server, forming your rating and deciding who you might be interesting to. Turns out, every Tinder user gets a rating based on their level of desirability. What? I knew that Uber assigns ratings to passengers. Does Tinder do it too? Number two, an algorithm that pairs the unattractive with unattractive and the beautiful with the beautiful. To create a social rating, the program also analyzes your popularity among those who have seen your profile. And based on the interaction results, it decides whether to elevate you and show you to a group of more prestigious users, or on the contrary, lower you to those who didn't match your level. The analysis is based on the ELO rating from the world of chess, which is used to distribute players in the global ranking and assign them individual coefficients. The ELO rating system was invented in the early 20th century by Arpad Elo, an American of Hungarian descent, a chess enthusiast, and a physics professor. Since then, the system has become the foundation for numerous classifications, not only in competitions involving games like Scrabble or backgammon, but also in sports. In June 2018, even FIFA announced that it would switch to the ELO rating for evaluating players. The ELO rating is a coefficient assigned to each player based on their past successes in a particular area. For example, a football player earns points when they score goals or win matches. In the app, it works the same way. Every time someone encounters your profile, a mini tournament unfolds, similar to a chess game or a football match. When your profile is shown to another person, it is as you're competing with someone else. If you receive a like from a user with a high rating, you earn points. If their rating is low and they swipe left on you, points are deducted. At what point during Tinder registration we are warned that we will be competing? How is the initial rating calculated? What benefits does the system offer to users? Why don't we have access to our own rating? You are evaluated 100 times a day, even though you don't even realize it. As a result, Judith concludes that for millennials, virtual life has replaced real life, creating an illusion of endless choices and the ease of relationships. In reality, people are making fewer decisions for themselves. And it's not just about Tinder. I am by no means suggesting you should give up on Tinder, but I urge you to use the app more thoughtfully. And please, consider at least some of what you've heard today. And yet, even after learning the sad truth about Tinder, many of us will still not want and will not be able to give it up. Firstly, some people simply get lucky, no matter what the app algorithm is. Some manage to meet people with whom they can enjoy a night, a year, or the rest of their lives. Secondly, in an individualized, globalized, and constantly changing world, Tinder solves the problem of making new connections. While the last generations of the 20th century mainly meet people at work, through their educational institutions, via family connections, their children, and now even their grandchildren often lack a stable job, a permanent place of study, or nearby relatives. Tinder replaces the neighbor, the school friend, the cousin, and it introduces them to the world of other people. We may not be able to give up Tinder, but we can think about how we want to use it and how we want to interact with people it digitally connects us with. Taking into account that what Dupertey book tells us, we have a chance to reflect on how to combat the lack of freedom that is imposed upon us. The book's conclusion is simple. After 21, you're not interested to anyone. This isn't the result of a survey. This statement is based on the analysis of millions of profiles. Women, regardless of age, seek companions of the same age, and profiles of women aged 20 to 24 receive the most likes from men, even if those men are 40 years old. As soon as a girl gains the right to drink alcohol, she's already too old. 2 billion matches, a million dates, and a billion in revenue. And now let's remember that Tinder sees 2 billion matches happening every day. The app is used in over 190 countries, and according to the company itself, a million dates happen thanks to Tinder every week. The success of the corporation is undeniable. Just in the time it took me to record this video, approximately 140,000 Tinder-made dates have occurred worldwide. But did people choose each other, or did the decision to meet come from the neural network? And how valuable are relationships that begin in virtual reality? Let me tell you about my experience using Instagram as a platform for dating for comparison. At the end of the summer in 2023, I met a military guy whose job was to assist with helicopter parking. He had an Instagram account with 11,000 followers and an enormous narcissistic love for himself and his torso. He followed hundreds of Instagram beauties and didn't show up for our second date, attempting to manipulate and play push and pull games. It seems to me that he has the same problem with choosing a partner. He will never find the right one as long as he endlessly seeks the best girl on Instagram. Even if everything is going well, there is always the temptation to log in and see if there is someone better on the shelves of this virtual supermarket. These kinds of people will never find a partner from Tinder or Instagram or any other dating platforms. It's impossible. I'm scared, and sometimes I feel like my love life is over and I'll never find anyone and die with cats, especially after some toxic relationship I've been through. Anyways, guys, this is a video I wanted to record for a long time. Don't forget to hit a like and leave a comment down below. What do you think about this? An interesting book I read and an article I just read for you. See you next time, and hope that I'll be more active on YouTube and have more time for you translating a new episode, a new podcast that I recorded back in October, I guess. And it's quite interesting because it would talk about my relationship that ended up 4 months later, and how different I was there, and how full of hope I was, and how it turned out. Now, if you're interested about my previous relationship, I'm going to share with you my story, and probably it will be very helpful for someone, because TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, I found out who psychopaths are, and it was easier for me to get out of this relationship and never come back to this kind of people. So anyway, see you guys next time. Love you so much. Bye.